yard shy of the 25 and the 24.
On the line, right?
They go play action with Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On the line, right?
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Burrow looking to pass. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a worker.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. From midfield now, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 2 and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Here we go. Here we go.
Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here in the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
And a
really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, blew a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports.
Here we go. 12.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And a Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
To try again after the sack. Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Mixon with a first down carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
That one goes for 30 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit him with the run. Load up for the run, they hit him with the pass.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Bengals have regained the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Tua's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Eckler now between the tackles. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Now Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
The Bengals take over the first down game at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return, here comes Lewis. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Looking to pass. Tua. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. He's got him in. Complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Tua now on first down. He'll get this to Eckler. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. That'll make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Here we go.
To the air again, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle, and he is going to have the Dolphins first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Tua sets up to pass it. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Bengals grab it. Look at the big man rumble. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big time fumble. 12. Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Out left and complete to Thornton. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
7-yard line.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got his man, Thornton. Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Maybe you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
That's taken in by Higgins. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. An option handoff here to Mixon. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Play action. It's Burrow. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it. Not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And he's out right at the 25. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Running on first down, Eckler. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyquan Thornton with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So a fourth-quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. from the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. Now Waddle on the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. It's taken to the 26. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's good. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Joe Burrow. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Once more, here's Eckler. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Dolphins, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll be at home for one.